It's not surprising that there are many rare animals you probably haven't heard of, given that there are an estimated 10 to 14 million species in the world. The most endangered species are typically the rarest ones. Ecosystems all over the world have been harmed, depleted, and destroyed by humans for many centuries, and the rate of habitat destruction is still rising. Along with poaching and climate change, the ongoing extinction of species across the globe is largely caused by habitat destruction. The International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN) Red List of Threatened Species was created in 1964. The list, which categorizes species into 9 categories: not evaluated, data deficient, least concern, near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered, extinct in the wild, and extinct, has come to be regarded as the most thorough inventory of the global conservation status of species in existence. Although rare animals is not an IUCN status, all of the rare animals listed below come from species that are listed as critically endangered by the organization. With that in mind, here is some of the most rarest animals in the world, starting from the elipica. Pika are tiny mammals that live in mountains and can be found in North America and Asia. There are 29 different species in total, and while the populations of the North American and the majority of the Asiatic pikas are healthy and stable, the Chinese elipica was previously believed to be extinct until Wei Dong-li captured a photo of one in 2014. Elipica are grass-eating mammals that were only discovered in the Tian Shan mountain range in China in 1983. They are found at high elevations of bare sloping rocks. Their population has decreased by more than 70% since discovery and is now only about 1,000. As a result of being forced to retreat to mountaintops due to rising temperatures brought on by climate change, they perish. The cross-river gorilla. While all gorilla species are threatened, the cross-river gorilla is the most so. In fact, it is the world's most endangered great ape. The population of this gorilla is currently less than 250 in the wild, and there is only one in captivity. It lives in the forested hills and mountains of the Cross River region, which forms a border between Cameroon and Nigeria. This gorilla species faces 3 threats: habitat loss brought on by human activity, bushmeat hunting by locals, and genetic diversity loss as a result of living in small groups with little interaction. The vaquita. There are reportedly only 12 vaquita dolphins left in the Gulf of California, making them a critically endangered species. The females, which are larger than the males and reach heights of about 1.4 meters, make them one of the tiniest animals in the world. Gillnet fishing for totoaba poses the biggest threat to vaquitas because the fish can become tangled and become unable to reach the surface to breathe. The use of gillnets in the habitat of the vaquita was outlawed in 2016, but accidental killings of the few remaining vaquitas in the wild and illegal gillnet fishing persists. The South China tiger. The South China tiger, also known as the Amoy tiger and the Xiamen tiger, has not been seen in the wild for at least 25 years and may be extinct in the wild. There are reportedly 100 of these animals kept in captivity in China, where captive breeding programs are preserving the species. The Laohu Valley Private Reserve in South Africa runs a successful breeding program as well. They were among the smaller tigers, weighing only 100 to 200 kilograms, which made it possible for them to move throughout Southeast China's extensive temperate forests with ease. The stripes of the South China tiger are noticeably thicker and spaced farther apart than those of other tiger species, giving them a striking appearance. The Amor Leopard. There are thought to be only 60 Amor leopards left in the wild, despite the fact that there are 200 of them in zoos. They used to be widespread across Eastern Asia, but are now restricted to the Amur River Basin in eastern Russia and northeastern China. On the plus side, there has been a recent increase in their population, raising hopes that the species' health is getting better. These solitary cats are not only among the most endangered wild cats, but also among the most gorgeous. Their long, dense hair is patterned with distinctive black splotches and flecks, and they have a thick orangey-yellow coat. The Sumatran Rhino. The Javan rhino is one of the rhino species most in danger, and the Sumatran rhino is the smallest of all rhino species. In Sumatra, Borneo, and the Malay Peninsula, there are reportedly only 100 of these animals left in the wild. Only 2 females have given birth to offspring in the past 15 years, despite efforts to breed these rhinos in captivity. If you ever have the chance to see one, you'll know it right away because it has a thick coat of long hair that keeps mud on its body to keep it warm and keep insects away. Unfortunately, the Sumatran rhinos are threatened by habitat loss and fragmentation. The Saola. Unique to the Annamite range of Laos and Vietnam, the Saola is a sizable forest-dwelling bovine. When remains were discovered in Vietnam's V Quang Nature Reserve in 1992, scientists finally learned about this creature, which is so uncommon that it is known as the Asian unicorn. In 1999, a joint effort between the WWF and the Forest Protection Department of the Vietnamese government led to the installation of an automated camera trap that produced the first image of a Saola. Since then, Saolas have been held in captivity for brief periods of time, making the public aware of the spectacular nature of their discovery. Saolas are elusive, making it difficult to estimate their exact population, but it is safe to say that they are one of the rarest large land animals in the world and are critically endangered. The Hainan Gibbon. The stunning Hainan Gibbon, which has a population of only about 25, is the most endangered ape in the world and quite possibly the most endangered mammal. The apes were once widespread in eastern China, but over the past century, they have suffered greatly from habitat loss and hunting. On the Chinese island of Hainan, the Hainan Gibbon is now restricted to a single forest area in the Bawangling National Nature Reserve. There are only 3 social groups that are actively reproducing, and this species' long-term outlook is bleak due to its small population size, lack of population growth, and restricted geographic range. And finally, the red wolf. Native to the southeast of the United States, red wolves are now only found in a small area of eastern North Carolina, where they were reintroduced to the wild in 1987 as part of a large-scale conservation effort. The IUCN still lists them as a critically endangered species, and it's thought that there are only 40 of them left in the wild. This endangered species, which is between the size of a gray wolf and a coyote, is renowned for its shyness and propensity to mate for life. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss out on our next videos. Until the next video, take care.